Gye-Nyame, oh! Gye-Nyame. Oh, you don't know what I mean because you only practice Kwanzaa one time a year. We at Gye-Nyame Journey, we practice Kwanzaa 365 days a year, allowing the power of our culture to help build what our ancestors called the best life. And we're inviting you to do the same. Come and join us at freegnjecourse.com so that we can start building together. I'm out.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your or should water. I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy, remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on, come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on, drink it, drink it, drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, drink it. Lift it, drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on, come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Come on, come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Oh,
family. We are in the house, family. I want to say first, I want to say great Kujichagulia, and I want to give all the Kujichagulia babies a round of applause because we are in the week of Kujichagulia. I don't know what day you're seeing this on, but this week is the week of Kujichagulia where we need to focus on Kujichagulia and all of the other principles and how the principles work together. We start breaking down the principle system into weeks so that we can look at how all of the principles interact so that you could go on and look at the principles like you look at members of your team. All of us interact in different ways, but when we work together, we become very, very efficient and very, very powerful. Oh, man. So we are about to go and we are about to lift up and toast these ancestors. Before we get into that, I want to remind you, you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production all day, every day, where we strive, well, every day, Heart of a Simple production. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. We are at the top of the Kujichagulia weekend. I know a lot of y'all are here just to toast ancestors, Brother Hatim. We don't want to hear all that. You doing your little your little, my fault, gotta do those push-ups. You doing your little Ujima thing now. Got your little Ujima show where you come on and you share the newsletter with the world, right? Well, it ain't the world, because one of the things we got to understand with all these social media platforms, what goes on is that they limit the amount of reach that I get, so it don't matter. So if you're not sharing the newsletter, it's not going out to the world. Right? When you get the newsletter, go home, take it, and you can share it with other people. Like, hey, join Gye-Nyame Journey. Get on the email list. Let's build together, because there's always some type of barriers, but we have always been able to overcome them. And we're going to continue that tradition here at Gye-Nyame Journey Media. You know what I'm saying? And you can join us if you look up at the bottom of the screen, say freegnjecourse.com. It just went across. It's going to come back. You go and get on our email list, and you also can get the free course so that you can learn about some of the ideas and the philosophies that undergird Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And you can join the tribe, or you can build your own tribe, because we coming to those times, family. A lot of people like, oh, no. Yeah, we coming to those times, family. Y'all better get ready. You better get ready. But hey, we are here to toast. I'm gonna grab my ambrosia. I got some ambrosia. This batch was made by Brother Cleve. I don't know why. My man Cleve. I'm just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. So, for those that don't know, for those that celebrate Easter, happy Easter. For those that's into the cycles of nature, happy equinox, even though that passed on March 21st. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in the newsletter. I'm going to get to that when I do the newsletter part of the production today. But I don't know why Cleve, for those that don't know, we got a group of our warriors that took a trip, and Cleve didn't get out and hustle up and get the bread. I'm sitting up here like, Cleve, all of the people that you know, all of the people that are in support of what you do, you have not reached out to them. And he like, my son is so laid back. I don't even understand. And it's like, hey, Cleve is like that with everything. Man, okay, cool, Cleve. All right, Cleve. That's on you, baby. That's on you. If you don't want to go on the trip, you ain't got to go on the trip. I can't make you, you know what I'm saying? But, he had the opportunity. He didn't raise it, so we just donated the money that was donated for him to the other children. And we will have some video that'll be exclusive for those that are on the email list. And once again, to get on the email list, go to freegnjmedia.com. Freegnj ecourse.com, freegnjecourse.com, and get your thank you video, because it's gonna be hot. It better be.
It better be because we got all those producers on that's traveling, right? Because we rented a 12 passenger van. We was gonna take 12 passengers, but then we had to six that down to 6 people because all of the all the warriors was like, I'm not gonna be able to get the money. Bro, we've been serving the community for years. It's people out there that's there to assist you, right? Reach out. You know what I'm saying? How many volunteer things we done did, how many festivals we done did, how much money we done raised before, how much money we done given, how much labor have we given to the community? Why wouldn't some of the elders and some of the nation builders and even some of the warriors be willing to support you on your mission, especially if they know that you're working hard to try to make sure that you get it? But it is what it is, and you want to send in salutes. We want to send the energy out because these young people will be out there during this Kujichagulia week. We are in Kujichagulia. For those that don't know, in Gye-Nyame journey, we not only got names for the days of the week, we also have cycles. We have 7 week cycles within every year. So 7 week cycles, 49, that's 49 weeks. That leaves a couple of weeks for us to have a break at the end of the year. Right? For those that want to get on Goose Cyber Challenge, the best time to always anytime is a good time to get on the Goose Cyber Challenge, but the optimal times is at the top of a cycle change. And that was last week. So whenever you see me with the emoji shirt on, that's a good time to start the Goose Cyber Challenge. But this is a good time for you to start because a lot of y'all getting your tax money back. So invest some of that tax money into yourself. Invest some of that tax money into us building a better community by building families and tribes. And let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So now y'all came here for the toast anime. Are you ready? Anime ready. That means I'm ready. I'm ready. So let's get it. Let's get it. Can I get some music? My goodness, girl. Oh, where the music at? First off, created salute the creator, and we say the words of power around these parts. The words of power around these parts is Ashe. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anime. You own it. You own it. Can I get a camera switch real quick? Boom. There we go. Now we're going to move to our personal ancestors, which is what a lot of you come here for. We start the toast so that we can start saluting our personal ancestors because I want people to start building up their own family tree and start doing the research because we research a lot of stuff outside of ourselves. Now it's time for us to start researching some of that information about us. Who we are, who are you connected to, right? So let's get it. So first off, let me grab my list. Y'all know this is the long part of it. We got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texander, Davis, Hunt Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Lean Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Vaughn, Michael Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvar Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Two-H, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flar, Montague Pimenel, Normal X, Pet Ma Robin, Lee Kapoor, Dr. Marion Williams, Kojo Kamau, the farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Agini, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Bravo Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Daniel Pullen, the Lux Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Carlosine, Miss Jerry Brunson, Miss Alana Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Frankie Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Dane Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Rain Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kennedy D. Russell, Susie D. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sel Well, Libby the Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Gerald Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Murphy Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Nada Johnson, Florence McCarty, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Elijah Frederick Davis, Melissa Rogers, May Esther, Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammond, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, Dave Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urena Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Jason Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.G. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, J. Palmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Best, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Adam Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Richard Lockhart, Brandon Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ez Murphy, D'Amica Russell, Deaton Monares, Gina Jones, Jana Callahan, and family. We also have William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Pasiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, Johnny May Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, and Tony Johnson, East Waters, DePreet Hines, and this Bostic, and the Bostic with the Scatterbay, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratley, Kevin Spratley, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Rolly Print Up Jr., William Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ida County, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Everett Sr., Sam Everett Sr., Nolan Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carter Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingles, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingles, Archie Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy. We've got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Carter, Jude Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Bruce Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., and McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Junko Shea, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Marco Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Alan Beckett, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula, Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimber Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Mrs. Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Hassine, Riley Miller, Housley Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Max Nixon, John Bowie, Lester Richard Saunders, Dorita Ross, Rolla Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevens, Lee Will Stokes, Nellie Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Hughes Sr., Albert Moore, Ms. Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lil Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, West Stead, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, A.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Merrill Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Mark Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Harold Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Neville Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javon McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shakamaha Reed, John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Brothers, Benjamin Albert, Masvin Cooper, George Swan, and Monty Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And now we are going to move to the Black Book. We have Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Edward Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lonnie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis. We got Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks. We have Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Milton Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lunkin, Elizabeth Johnson. We have Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasana Lynette Lewis, Anderson Mosley, Charles Jordan. Where I'm at? Oh, okay. Charles Jordan. We got Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers. We have Elijah Wan, Hakeem Nkomo. We got Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis. We got Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Pre Mackey. We got Victor Bowden, Priscilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Towton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Justin Carl White, Jesse Woods. We got Chillard Woods Lennox. You got Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Gina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy West, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Mann, Ethel Marshall. We have Steve Dougie Shelton, Will Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Charles A. Young, that's Sylvester Foster, James Listen Winston, Abe, and Julia Lawrence. We have man, swallow. Hosea Letters Sr., Gladys Copeland, Zealous Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tuta Don, Chef Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We have Mary Smith, Juanetta Flores, Steph Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jenny Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D-Nice, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter. We have Craig Lee Jones, Granite Bewley, Papa Al Reese, Annette Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Gale, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne, Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Monda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera Reeves Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, Sheila Anley, Panchetta Alba, Donald Brooks, Barbara Mozart, The Spade, Ira Branson. We have Eric Winston, Darren Bridget, Francisco Matisse, also known as Sonny, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keith, Nina Shepard, Brett L. Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbur Shepard, Dennis Jackson. We have William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones, Leslie Travis, Charlene Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilford, Frederick Smith, James Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams, Vivian Stevenson, Irene Harris, Kelly Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Mrs. Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdul Razak, Vivian Johnson, BJ Jones, Avishel Roberto Monterosa, Chet Word, Mama Rahani, Deborah Michelle Nash, Joseph Lane Miller III. We got Renoka Rashidi, Bobby Battle, Fred Gasson, Tracy Gasson, Adora Gibson, Elder Simba, Brother Bashir, Tommy Hustle, also known as Tommy the Barber, Elder Phil Haynes, Arminta Bradley, Aunt Carol Walker Relch, Carrie Ann Brooks, Jeremiah Williams, Tony Smith, Antoinette Pinson, Juanetta Mosley, Michelle Simons, Irene Johnson, Aunt Pauline, Nanny Baker, Ian Dabney, Quincy Yelder, Josiah Miller, Brother David Moore, Lisa Smith, Willie Thomas, Neva Fitzgerald, Decibel, Mary Lou Rosello. We got Yeye Motley, Yvonne, Bonnie Gatson Harris, Chris Mateen, Juanita Cookie Corbett, Elder Asid, and Car Seat Twigs. Family, we lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors and we say the word of power in these parts. Ashe. Oh man. All right, from there, family, of course, we move to the present moment. We move from our past to now our present moment. This is what we are responsible for. And the question I have to ask you, what are you doing with your moments? Are you sacrificing your time so that you could build something for the future generations, or are you wasting it? Come on now, spend some time. Like I said, we talk about the 224 self-help process and the Gye-Nyame process. And I have to ask, are you spending your 2 hours a day building upon yourself, making yourself better so that you could be more beneficial to your family and more useful to your tribe and build something, right? Are you doing that or not? I'm lifting my glass up for all those that are handling a moment, making sure that we are able to protect our children's space and time and expand it so that they could do much more than we have. And we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Anime, we said Ashe. All right, good God Almighty. All right, so now, also, from there, we're going to move to our future. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity.
those right now, those that are here right now, those children, that we are protecting, those that we are building up for the future, as well as those yet to come. We lift up our glass and we salute them, and we make sure that we toast them in advance so that we are worthy to be toast when it's our time, and we say, Ashe. All right, from there, family, we're going to move and we're going to go to all of our relations, lifting up all of our relations, toasting them, and we say the word of power around these parts, and that word of power is Ashe. From there, we're going to move straight into, this is that special cause that you might want to toast. We lift up our glass, right? But also with this special cause, we want to lift up and we want to toast all those who might be sick and shut in, who might need the healing energy that we are able and we have been compiling over years here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We want to send that healing energy out to help bring it to you. We want that balanced energy to go out. We lift up our glass for any names that you have. Come on now. We're lifting it up and we say the word of power, Ashe. That was kind of early, Anime. Good help is so hard to find. Lord have mercy. All right, from there, family, we're going to move from that toast to the selfish toast. This is where you toast yourself. You lift it up. Come on now. Come on now. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? How can we toast our ancestors? And the one thing I want to ask you that I ask all the time is, what do you need right now in this moment to move to the greatest you, to the highest you, to the best you, right? Come on now. What do you need in this moment? Come on. Come on. Let's get it. Can we get it? All right, I heard you. Ashe. All right. From there, boom, we're going to move to that tribal toast. My tribe is Gye-Nyame. I don't know what your tribe is. Lift up your tribe. Come on now. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Come on. We toast and we say the word of power. Ashe. You trying to rush me? We say Ashe. What am I supposed to do? Right? From there, family, we lift up our glass and we move to toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most uplifting, the most inspiring, the wisest, and the bravest individual in the room. I want to make sure I lift up my glass high, and I want to make sure that I toast you. And we say Ashe. Come on now. Last but not least, we started with the creator. Of course, you know we end with the creator, right? We start with the creator, we end with the creator. We start with the creator, we're going to end with the creator. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I think we said Ashe. Anybody want a Phoenix? Because you about to be homeless. Oh my God, all right. I'm going to drink up my ambrosia. Y'all gone, y'all gone and, check, I don't know what's going on with I really don't know. I really don't know what's going on with my Phoenix, but it is what it is. Family, we are out.
What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.